Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alejandra and I am a certified surgical first assistant. And on today's video, I am going to show you my process on how I look for housing for my travel assignments. I get messages asking how does the process work, who pays for the housing, do you always get a hotel, do you pay for it, does the company pay for it, does it come out of your pocket, just general questions like that. And I want to show you exactly how I do it. I have stayed in furnished apartments, I have stayed in hotels, and most recently I have stayed in the call rooms at the hospital, and I have commuted back and forth from the facility that I work at. If you have seen my last YouTube video, you know that the hospital I currently work at is closing. It's an unfortunate situation for the patients and for the staff and for the community. So I am actively looking for a new travel assignment. I do work here at home, PRN. I am part of the casual staff. I am able to pick up as many shifts as I want. Usually when I am in between contracts, I pick up one to three shifts during the week. I don't have to take call. I don't really have to take overtime unless it's necessary. So I'm not really in a rush to start a new contract because I do have a job back home. I have my iPad here. I have all my tabs ready to go. I want to show you exactly the process that I go through when I'm looking for housing. I don't have a current assignment right now. I'm not submitted anywhere. I am looking, but like I said, I'm not in a rush to start a new contract. So let's get started. The first website that I am going to show you is Aya. Aya is super user friendly. It's easy to use, easy to navigate. They have the numbers available right away. I think I've talked about Aya before in the past, but it's the #1 website I always go to. It's like my go-to website when I'm looking for jobs. So right now I am actively looking. So let's just see what jobs are available. I don't think I want to get submitted here, but let's see. This is in Lanham, Maryland. They have the facility, the start date, all that information. So I'm going to click on that. Oh, that's not the right one. So I'm going to click on this one right there, and I am going to type in the city and the state on Airbnb and on Furnished Finder. The reason I go on Airbnb is because it will give me a rough estimate on how much I will be paying for housing. So I'm going to put in the location, the check-in date, the checkout date, and how many guests on here. I'm trying not to shake the camera, but I'm breathing and talking. I'm trying to be as professional as possible. And you know, the iPad and my iPhone is the only thing that I have. So I typed in the location. Next thing I do is I look for the start date. So I did look before I started this video, I'm so sorry. It's March 4th. So then you would go back to Airbnb, March 4th. So since I'm traveling so far away, I always take my car to my assignment. So I pack up my car and I drive to whatever location I'm going to be working at. So I've been to Maryland before. It was a 2-day drive. So I would like to be here to relax the day before. So that means I have to leave, let's see, get here, get there. I don't know. Let's just do that. I'm going to be checking in on the 2nd. And then I'm going to be, oh shoot, I have to do the math, sorry. Okay, so that's, shoot, okay. 1, 2, 3, it's a 13-week contract, so then I have to do 13 weeks. Okay, so that's, and I'm really bad at math, sorry. So that's 1, 2, this is right. Let's just do June 3rd as my last day. Sorry that took so long. So then I'll put how many guests, just me, search. While this is loading up, some places will have nothing available. Some places will have places to stay like 1 hour away, very far away from the facility. And when that's the case, I will go on Furnished Finder and I will go on Facebook. I'm also going to show you AMN, another travel agency. They have resources available, like housing resources available. They have discount codes. They have discount codes for travelers to use. Okay. Oh, okay. So they have, this is how many places they have available. So then I will actually go to, hold on. Nope, I don't want that. I will actually go to the filters and do the entire home, like the entire place. I want a furnished rental all to myself. So, I mean, I don't really care how many rooms. I don't care how much it is right now. I just need like, I'm just browsing basically. I'm just looking. Okay, so 1983. Okay, this is actually not that bad. This price isn't that bad. Okay, this isn't that bad. This isn't bad. Okay, so when I am looking for a place to stay, my max amount that I am willing to pay for a place is $1,300 a month. Right now at home, my fiance and I pay $1,000 for our 2-bedroom apartment. Ideally, I like to stay at places that are $1,000 or less, but unfortunately, like everything is going up. It's hard to find places to stay that are underneath $1,000. So $1,300 is what I paid for my last assignment in Maryland. Sorry, in my last assignment in Wisconsin. And I think when I was in Maryland, I was paying like $1,450 a month. So like $1,400 a month, I think, or maybe $1,300 a month. So $1,300 is my max. So if I were to be moving here for my contract, I like this one, $1,250 monthly apartment. So I'll click on this. And then, you know, it's monthly, month to month. Bowie, Maryland. I don't know how far this place is from the facility yet because I will be taking calls. So I don't want to be staying an hour away. I don't want to be staying at hotels, you know, like all that stuff. So I would like to have a place that's 20 to 30 minutes away. So Airbnb, if you haven't been on here, they have photos of the place that the owners put on, so you see everything. Okay, I don't think they have a kitchen, from what I can tell. So let's see what they have here. And then, you know, they have the host's name and information. They have all this information. Bedroom. Wait, is this entire rental unit? Okay, well, this is, I'm not really doing this, but they have the information right here. Bedroom. They have the amenities that they offer: free dryer, washer, and then you can click on this to see what they have. Let me see if they have a kitchen, because I don't think they did, and I personally need a kitchen. Okay, I think I have to go all the way down here. Okay, they do have a kitchen. Okay, that's fine. So there's that. Okay, so Bowie, Maryland. So the next thing I would do, I forgot to pull up my maps, and then you can see like the reviews right here, exact location. Let's see. And then, sorry, Bowie, Washington DC. Okay, so I did open my maps and I saw that this rental unit, Bowie, is 12 minutes away from the town Lanham. I don't have the address of the facility, but you know, it's in the city. So I did go on maps and I did look up the city, the town of where the rental unit is in Bowie, Maryland, and then I clicked from Lanham, and that's a 12-minute drive. So that is not that bad. So if I were to be taking this contract and if everything goes well, I would be like, oh, okay, I have housing right here. Let me book it. Okay, so let's just say I had no luck on Airbnb. So now I am moving on to Furnished Finder. I like this website because it is more professional. I haven't had a bad experience on here. I booked my rental in Maryland last year. The landlady was very nice, very friendly, very professional. I had a background check. I had to send her a picture of my license, and I signed a contract. So I know some people say that they have been scammed, and there are scammers. So like you do have to be careful. You kind of have to know how scammers look like and like stuff like that. But I've had a good experience on here, and I do recommend this website. So I'm looking for housing in Lanham, Maryland. I'm going to type it in here. I typed in the city, the town, and now my moving date. Let's see, I want to be there like 2 days before. So let's just say moving date will be that one. Monthly budget, I kind of do it like this. I'm just gonna do 1400. So let's see, and then search map. And then once again, just like on Airbnb, I am going to select an entire unit. So there are 21 places available for the move-in date of March 2nd. So let me see. This one didn't want been fairly furnished. And Furnished Finder, what I do like about them, they have furnished apartments, furnished rental units. So you don't have to bring anything unless you like really want to, but they have linen, towels, they have a full kitchen, washer and dryer, pots and pans, basically everything you have in your home, these places typically have, which is why it's a good website. It's a place for travelers, for people who travel a lot. Usually these places have 30-day minimum. These rental units are for people here kind of like not long term, but not short term, but like these are professionals who are traveling to a place, staying there for 3 months, whatever, and then, going back home, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's just see. And if you see right here, available February 29th, available March 5th, available March 1st. You kind of have to be careful with that too, because some people forget to take their unit out and still have it available. So when you click on it, it'll say available, but then like when you request more information, they'll be like, no, it's unavailable, I forgot to take it out. So you do have to like kind of be careful with that. You can't get too excited right away, because even though this is available, it won't be available, unfortunately, because people forget to take it out. Okay, I don't like any of these, so I'm just gonna go here, available March 4th, because this is the closest date that I've seen. And the more further down you go, the more the dates are like super ahead or like super behind on what you want. So that's why like the first 3 rows, I'm like, I kind of stop after the 3rd row, because I'm like, I won't be looking into any of these. So I actually do like this one, so I am going to click on it. Private 1 bed, 1 bath studio apartment. Oh, and that's right there. And then one thing I do like about Furnished Finder is because they show you the closest facilities, the closest hospitals where this rental unit is available. So let me see. Okay, I think this is the hospital, Doctors Community Hospital. So then I will go back. Yep, that's the same hospital. So let me go down. You can view the pictures. Apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I don't care about how many bedrooms as long as it has a bed. Okay, bathroom. It has a washer and dryer. It has a little mini fridge. So I'm like, okay, I can't store a lot. So there's like little things that I look out for personally. I would like a full kitchen, but I'm just looking. We're just pretending I'm looking for a rental unit, sorry. So then here is the information, the amenities of the stuff you can. It has information about the rental unit. So this is a 3-level home, your basement apartment. So this is a rental unit in the basement. Okay, and it does says right here, the studio has a king-size bed, a drawer, a study desk, and a kitchenette. So a kitchenette, unfortunately, is not a full kitchen. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see what else, if they have any other more photos of the kitchen. But I'm really picky about where I stay, because I'm going to be living here for 3 months. So I think this is all they have for the kitchen. That I think, I think this is, I don't know if that's like a little grill on top of the microwave. Like there's not even like a washer. I mean, I'm sorry. There's not even like a sink or any counter space. So this is basically like all you're getting. But like the price isn't that uh, the price isn't that bad for this area because it is in Maryland. It is 15 minutes away from DC. So sorry, they do not post, let me see, the exact address until you are moving in. But yeah, and then you're on Furnished Finder, you're able to like, there is maps available and you are able to see like the surrounding area. So Washington DC is right there. Lanham is right there. So it's not too far away from DC. So that was Lanham, Maryland. That was just one facility, one location, and my process on what I look for housing. As you can tell, it can get stressful, especially if it's in a place where it's like kind of rural, where it's kind of like a small town. Small towns are actually hard to find housing for. On my first travel assignment, I was staying 20-30 minutes away from the facility because I couldn't find anything in the town itself. So it can get pretty stressful. For me, I try not to get excited on the location too much because the first thing that comes into my mind is housing. How much is housing and how far away is it going to be from the hospital? Because I take call, because I work in surgery, callback time is usually 20-30 minutes away. So you have to be within that time. And if you can't, then you're gonna have to stay at a hotel, at another Airbnb by the hospital, or in the car room if the hospital even has the car room. And like I mentioned earlier, my max amount that I'm willing to pay on rent is $1,300 because my fiance and I, we pay $1,000 here for our home. And so I kind of try to keep it in the same amount, but some places like rent is higher, rent is lower. So you kind of have to think about that. Like for Boston, Massachusetts, I personally will never get there because I know housing is going to be expensive. I have to take my car. And I just know Boston I've never been there, but like it's just like a big populous city. Like New York City, for example, like that place is like busy and I know rent is expensive. So the bigger the city, the more you are expected to pay on rent. And now I'm going to show you another thing that you can do. So I'm going to pull up American Mobile. I'm going to pull up their website. Travel agencies have resources available for travel. They offer discounts on flights, hotels, and rental cars. So let's just say I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to americanmobile.com. I'm going to see what contracts they have available. I'm going to go through the same process that I just showed you with Aya and Maryland and all that, but I'm just going to pretend I can't find anything. So I'm just gonna go to pull up their resources page and show you what discounts they have. Okay, so here I am on American Mobile. I pulled up their job search tab, and let's just say I wanna go here to Henrico, Virginia. So here's the pay, the specialty, the location, all that, the start date, all that stuff, right? So then we are going to go here where did I go? Resources. Because let's just say I've looked and I can't find housing. So then I'm gonna stay at a hotel, whatever, right? And then here are the resources that are available. So I will go to housing and travel, finding the right home. They have like some articles and some information. There's again Airbnb and then hotel discount codes. Okay, so I did have to blur out some information because I didn't want to get in trouble for giving out discount codes. Here is a list of hotels AMN has that are available for travelers with discount codes. I haven't had to use this yet, but it is nice to have options. I am running out of storage on my iPhone, so I'm going to start wrapping it up. I hope this video kind of gave you a feel of how I go through the housing process. The price range that I usually go for is $1,000 to $1,300 a month. I personally like to find my own housing. I don't like the company to book a place for me because I want all the stipends, I want all that tax-free money to come towards me. So then when I do get paid, you know, I will just pay the landlord, the landlady, the property owner, the $1,300 a month every month during my time there, just how I would pay rent back home. And then usually sometimes they do checks, sometimes they do Zelle or Zelly. I will never do cash just because it kind of seems like unprofessional to me because there's like no proof that you did pay rent that month. So just be aware of that. If you ask your company to book your housing for you, then you will not receive your stipends. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what other travelers tell me. And usually if you need help finding housing, that must mean that place is like just very secluded, very small town, nothing available but hotels, so your company can help you with that. I do remember like in Alaska, for example, I saw a contract there, so I looked for housing, nothing available. So then if I really wanted to go there, I would ask my recruiter, hey, can you find me a hotel? So then I would stay at a hotel in Alaska, somewhere in Alaska, you know, and kind of figure it out from there. You know, this all depends on what's available in the area and how much everything is. And I know I said small towns earlier, but I think this can also work for like big cities, because what if you do go to a big city and like rent is expensive and you think you can't afford that, then you can ask the company to put you up at a hotel, so you don't really have to worry about that. You will receive less money, but at least you don't have to worry about housing. So I guess to answer everyone's question, who pays for housing? You can pay for housing yourself, or the company can do that for you. And unfortunately, I do have to wrap this video up because I don't know how much storage I have on my phone, and I want to give you guys as much information as possible. But I hope you found this video helpful. This is the exact process that I go through when I'm looking for housing. So, you know, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm not like keeping anything away from you. I want to give you guys like all this information because when I started traveling, I was absolutely clueless. But I do make 3 years this September. I started traveling in September 2021. So I do feel like I am a little bit more experienced, but you know, obviously I'm not like super experienced like most travelers, but I do have some experience and I feel confident in the advice that I'm giving you guys. I don't want to keep anything from you guys. I want you guys to make the most money as possible. I want you guys to save as much money. So all these tips and advice that I'm giving you is basically from my own experience and also advice from other travelers that I have met. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again for the next one.